Okay, so one more thing we have from here. From Unit 3, again, examine the significance of lecture system as well as textbook system of teaching. So when we talk about these two different modes of teaching, again, each of different modes of teaching are having its own merits as well as demerits. Okay, and this depends on who is the, like the receiver, right, to whom the lecture or the textbook method is being used. Depending on that, we can see that there are different types of advantages as well as disadvantages. In ancient times, students used to move to the ashramas of gurus and would gather knowledge. But with changes, we have seen that there are different modes of teaching coming in, and lecture system as well as textbook method, we see these are like two very popular modes of teaching. So what is textbook method of teaching? Textbook is again nothing but a very essential teaching tool or a reading material which presents the subject matter defined by the curriculum. Usually we see that textbook would be having, based on the syllabus, topics will be given, all the things would be covered. A university textbook is required to contain the complete overview of the subject, including theories and detailed concept, everything we will see there. What are the significance of textbook method? Have you by any chance seen any textbook for like open learning?
As in,
like there is something called as open school or open university, right? Where you don't go to the university, distance mode you take, like IGNO. And
yes, Penn Law University also provides.
Yeah, have you seen any such textbooks? No, I think, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
You have seen?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you notice, right, those textbooks, like I have seen for IGNO, okay, otherwise what happens when we see a textbook, it's just like an article they would write, right, that this is the topic, you know, like in the normal book, how it's written in a book, normal way to start. But when you see textbooks of those open schools or open universities, you will see the writing style is like a little bit different. Okay, they will specify these are maybe the units which we are having. Before starting each unit, they would also specify what is the objective of that unit, right? Why are we adding this specific unit? How you will be benefited, right? All those things are written, like you are given an overview of the entire unit. Okay, after that the unit starts. Once the unit ends, there will be some questions, or it would be like self-evaluation, as in you evaluate yourself whether you have understood the concept or not by answering these 5 questions. Like that it happens. So it's nothing but, we can say that it is nothing but that you study yourself. It's like a self-study kind of a mode. Okay, well, what happens is they would say that, okay, now let us start with this concept. After that, you would have, it's as if someone is talking to you. It's not like you are reading a textbook, that certain way it is written. Okay, so this is nothing but what textbook method is, that the student is not going to the university regularly or not going to the schools regularly, but they have simply received those textbooks. And when they read those textbooks, it's as if they are in a classroom itself. In such a way, the language is, and they can study the topic, understand. If something is not clear, once a week or something, they will go to the university, they can clarify their doubts as well. This is nothing but textbook method, which can be used for self-study. This may be used by students plus professionals. If someone is working and that person wants to pursue a course, there all these online, like open universities come into picture. If a student could not attend some lectures or is pursuing a part-time course, textbooks are very helpful for self-study. They know this is the syllabus, these are the topics. Syllabus-wise, they can study each and every topic. They would get a good knowledge on the subject as well. So this is best for self-study when they want to learn a subject themselves. Another thing that we see is that the content that we see there, it's all well organized. Usually it is in a proper sequence, that topic wise or syllabus wise, all the topics are covered in a textbook. So referring textbook is enough for the student who is studying for an exam. If you want to just clear the exam, textbook is enough. But if you want to get more knowledge, in deep you want to study, always you have reference book and so many other books, right? When we say reference book, there it might not be like topic wise everything is given, but it may be having some additional information, extra information, and that also you can refer. But textbook is like the very basic thing which we have. All the topics will be covered there. It can be of great help in doing assignments as well. Textbooks can be a great help or in assignments or reading for the upcoming lectures. A student can get the fundamentals cleared before the lecture because it's written in a simple or an easy way. All the topics are there, so they can refer it for self-study to prepare for the next class as well. But when we talk about lecture method, it is again one of the oldest teaching methods which is applied in a lot of different courses and lot of educational institutions as well. It is teacher controlled and information centered approach in which the teacher works as a sole resource in the classroom instruction. Mostly the teacher is the active participant there. Teacher is giving some lecture. So it is the sole resource. Only teacher is only giving a lecture. It's not like more interactive. Students are maybe not contributing that much. Only teacher is explaining or giving a lecture on a certain topic. So it is information centered approach and it is teacher control. Teacher can divert it or mold it in their own way. As such, there is no textbook or something written. It can go in its own flow as well. When we talk about significance of lecture method, addition of experience. Apart from transferring knowledge, some practical experiences, some real life examples may also be added in a lecture method, and it is a great essentially in professional courses like law. Take for example, you are studying law, you are studying maybe CRPC, okay, Code of Criminal Procedure, how a criminal court functions. If you are studying a textbook, there some examples will be given and the concept will be explained. But when it is done in a lecture method, might be the teacher will give you some real life experiences, how they have faced problems or how this thing actually works in the practical courts, right? So there is a possibility that practical experiences may also be added, some examples, some up-to-date examples also may be given in case of a lecture method. So it adds experience as well apart from the bookish knowledge. A teacher with practice or corporate experience can give examples of real life and actual courtroom situations in explaining a concept. Take for example, you are studying Indian Contract Act, someone who is dealing with contracts, drafting of contracts, they can give you some real life examples that this is what happens or this is why a certain concept is very much important. Okay, there we get more information because it opens scope for interaction between teacher and students. Teacher also gets a chance to read the student's mind and divert the lecture accordingly. If the teacher feels that, okay, maybe this certain concept student is finding it difficult, they can divert the lecture, they can give some additional examples, they can try to give some simple examples and make the student understand. But this is not possible in a textbook method. It's that one standard way it is written. Student also get opportunity to ask questions. If there are any doubts or anything, it can be cleared instantly. Scope to design it based on student type. Again, student type is very important, right? Take for example, someone is teaching maybe LL.B student, someone is teaching someone who is maybe studying CA or something, right? Like not a law student. There, based on student type, information can also be changed. If it is LL.B student, maybe more of legal information they can put. But if something like MBA and all also study a bit of law, right? There they can reduce the information so that it becomes easy for the student to accordingly learn. So like that, we have different advantages plus disadvantages of all these different types of methods of teaching. Okay, so significance of lecture system as well as textbook system, both are having its own significance, but depending on the situation, they will be applied as they are having their own merits as well as demerits also when we talk about the process, how it works.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, before we continue, I wanted to inform you about my live mentorship program for LL.B students or law aspirants. Law subjects and law topics need detailed clarity. We get that with the help of cases, examples, and detailed explanation. It's definitely not possible to include everything in these short videos. If you find my videos easy to understand and you are looking for some professional help in preparing for your examination, you can join my live mentorship program. Here you will be getting exam tips, answer writing skills, detailed notes that you can refer for your examination, cases, examples, and in a very easy way topics will be explained. I have live classes going on for a lot of subjects as of now. To know more about it, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. I'm also helping a lot of students in writing their assignments. If you need any such help or for any queries, any suggestions, you can drop me a message on this WhatsApp number. And now let's continue with our video.